This is what I am working on at the moment. It's a 1955 Chevy Nomad. It's made by AMT. My recommendations on this model is I would not buy it again. I was really looking for a 56, and whoever inspected this, did the final inspection on this model, should be fired, because the whole car's been lousy. The body had clumps of plastic. I mean clumps, not the soft kind that you just trim off. I mean clumps. I did manage to get it off. Of course, the body line may be a little bit thinner right there now, but I tried to smooth it all out. Broken parts in the kit. They were in their bags, proper bags and all that, before I even tried to take them off the sprue.
You've got mail.
Okay, I got mail again. Thanks. I need to turn the sound down. The first is this bumper. It was broke right here. I'm going to try to cover that. Let me see if I can get a little closer on it so you can see where it actually broke. I'm going to try to cover that. It does have the bumper extensions that goes there, and I'm going to try to place them on the front there. But the whole thing was pretty much like that. Let me show you this wheel. Can you see the, well, if I can get it to work for me. Can you see the edge of it up at the top there? Up in here. Big chunks gone. Big chunks gone. Let me show you why. See here? Look at that. That is thick. That is thick. And when you try to trim it, and I use nippers to cut these off the sprues, guys, but it makes a mess on both sides. And when you try to trim it up, then you're going to knock a notch in it. I couldn't even use these wheels. You know, instead of them being 2 or 3 parts like normal, they got the whole caboodle in as the hubcap. That's just one of the things that's really got me upset with this kit. There's other things. The parts don't fit correctly. I mean, the alignment on it was terrible. It was terrible. This is what I got so far. Well, let me zoom back out there. This is what I got so far. I had to use different wheels. Thank goodness one of the other models had extra wheels in it. And this is what I came up. I kind of like those. That's old school with the single bar Lancer type hubcaps. I do have the motor in it now. But the wheels, trying to put it together, I had to make my own axles because it was like a 3-legged dog. This wheel over here was sitting way high, and I put them in the same locations on the wheel locators. And there's 3 positions. You can even make it higher, normal, or low rider, which that's what I'm making with this one. It's very low. And but I had to take this wheel apart. You see the white in there, that's where I made axles. I used brass tubing to make the axles, and then I slid tubing over top of it so I could glue these wheels in place on it. Okay? It's terrible. This motor does not want to set on the correct places. I had to drill the mount out up here in front. I had to make a bigger hole so that the engine would sit down in there. I'm hoping everything else will come closer to fitting. The tie rods, can't even put them on because they was broke on the sprue, and they're so delicate you never get them back together. So I'm going to have to rig something there to make it look like it's got tie rods on it. Okay? But if you see here, even if you did have the tie rods, I got the wheels set straight ahead. This was supposed to be adjustable wheels where you could turn your wheels or whatever, you know, which I really didn't want to do that, but no way. But I got the wheel setting straight away. You see where this arm is here? Okay, this wheel's setting straight ahead. Look where this arm is. And if you move that little delicate thing, it's going to break off. Okay? Another thing I'm going to show you about this that I definitely did not like, and I don't think anybody does. They didn't take the time. You can see that. If you can see that photo. You see any number on that to identify the part on the sprue? The sprue has numbers on it, but the directions doesn't. Now, yes, most of us know what most of the stuff is, but why would you have to search for it? You know? Why couldn't they put the numbers right with the part so that you know which was left and which was right? For example, these springs. You know, they're bent. Or, you know, there's a left and a right to them, but they don't give you the numbers with it to show that, you know. And some of these parts are so small, you look for them and they look like anything. This right here even looks like a radiator hose, you know, which I almost tried using as that. But the whole instruction is that way all the way through. There's no numbers on the instructions whatsoever. I mean, what would the cost have been to add more onto it? Anyway, I'm trying to get it all straightened out. I hope I can. I'm working on the interior. I still got touch up and that to do. I added a floor shifter. I got to touch up around that because there was a hole there. For what? I have no clue. I have no clue. This is a Nomad station wagon. Well, I'm making a pickup out of it, so I've added my own back walls. I put a new floor in, which when I'm done, this floor will be a wood grain floor, and I'm pretty sure I'm going with solid white. And I got to spray another coat on this section here, so I got to tape off the front section, keep paint off of that. But the car's going to be solid white. And back in their days, we used to name our cars. For example, I had a 56 Chev, and I'm going to name this one the same. That's why I wanted a 56 instead of a 55 Nomad. I painted it solid white, and the name of my car was Casper. Another fellow, he had a 54 Chevy hardtop, all customized, and it was painted yellow. He named it Old Yeller, of course. But that gives you an idea of what I'm doing and what I'm working on now, okay? This is the body of the Nomad. I cleaned up the lines. I removed all the body emblems and etc. Of course, I'm knocking my racks off. And I chopped it. I chopped the top, or I cut the back section off. All right. So this is what I've come up with so far on that. This is the bed cover I made for it. It will be hinged and operable. So that's basically where I'm at on it. Like I say, I removed the body emblems. That was one of the first things we used to do back in those days. All body emblems had to be removed. So that's where I'm at this point. That will close down in there. Once you get the rest of the body in, that will snap right down in place. So that's about where I'm at on it right now. Okay. Thanks a lot, guys, for listening to my gripes. But I just thought others should know the AMT model of this is not worth a hoot. I do not recommend you buy it. It's a lot of work. A lot of things does not fit properly. You put it in the locations where it's supposed to go, and it's totally off. And especially on the front end stuff. Okay? So I'm going to try to rescue this kit, do with it what I have showed you I've been doing. Like I said, I've made all the additional parts out of a plain styrene. Yeah, styrene-itic. So, anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and we will catch you the next time. This is Big Boss Jim signing off for now. Catch you later. Bye-bye.